What if slavery was never abolished in the United States? And you're probably thinking, hang on a minute, Dave, did you already do this? No, I did the exact opposite. I got rid of slavery instantly. Now, I am never going to get rid of it. I'm going to do probably one of the more difficult challenges in Victoria 3. I'm going to stay on slavery forever. In fact, I will even attempt to roll back to reintroduce the slave trade. What? New slaves? Yes. This is the dark path. And to be fair, it's probably one of the harder paths as well. You want to join the world and be an industrial powerhouse? Well, that'll empower the industrialists, which are kind of against slavery. You know, they're all about like, oh, we need more labor in the workforce, and slavery kind of reduces that. You're about to watch in this video the greatest clash between the liberal revolutionary movement and those people on Twitter that constantly go on about the good old days. That's right. This civil war will be about states' rights. And that's it. States' rights. Just rights. Rights, okay? Let us go. First thing we need to do is say who are the right interest groups and who are not the approved interest groups. So first of all, the southern planters and the rural folk, they're based, okay? Now, who are not based? The industrialists, suppress. The intelligentsia, suppress. And then we use the rest of the authority to increase taxes, because that's what you do in Victoria 3. The new capital of the United States will be, I was going to say Obama. No, it's Alabama. Why Alabama? Because it's got lots of arable land, and the landowners really like arable land, and that empowers them. So that's where the capital is going to be, and that's where we're going to build an absolute crap ton of farms, and practically everything else, to be honest with you. Move capital, Alabama. The capital of the United States, Birmingham, or Birmingham. Once again, we are going in the bad direction, boys. I warned you we were going there, and that's exactly where we're going. First thing we're going to do is reintroduce censorship. This gives us more authority, and it also allows us to suppress more effectively. So that is the right path if we want to maintain power. Consolidation of power in Victoria 3, that's the name of the game. Expand slavery in the West. Everyone was mad at that. 75% support for censorship in America. Man, is this real life? A petition from the rural folk to close the borders. Wow, these guys are like way ahead of their time. Texas statehood. Welcome to America. Texas being like, yeehaw, this is our timeline. This is our time to shine, boys. Number one rule in Victoria 3 is never be at zero reputation. So let's ruin that reputation by making a dominion of Haiti. Dominion or a puppet? I think I prefer a puppet. And they back down. Man, that was the easiest war. Didn't even build up a sweat. The long-term issue we're going to run into is those interest groups are going to start to get really loud, really powerful, and really wealthy. And to make sure their voice is silenced, we will silence them with the secret police. Suppression increases by 0.5% for each tick of institution. People of those interest groups will mysteriously disappear. Hey, Victoria 3. How do you know what to build? Well, you go into your trade, go into goods, search by industrial goods, because we're focused on the industry, right? And then just sort by what is the most expensive. In this case, it's steel. So that's slowing down the entirety of my industry, which is causing a massive problem. So to fix that problem, we build more steel mines. Alabama, steel capital USA, right? So mysteriously and secretly, the secret police have eliminated the leader of the intelligentsia, and now he's a Jackson Democrat, which he also is pro-slavery. So who is anti-slavery in my nation now? Intelligentsia is? Okay, the church isn't. The industrialists are. So it's basically the church versus everyone. So now if I reintroduce the slave trade, everyone's for it. What? Usually you're fighting against the church, but now they're going in the opposite direction. About to fix Venezuelans' inflation problems. Well, in the future anyway. An uncanny disappearance. The secret police are raising concerns about the elites. In this case, Abraham Lincoln, who is an abolitionist. Click this event and Abraham Lincoln dies. Well, the future is definitely a lot less certain now. Okay, we can actually do a government now. So we can do exactly what they want. And they want migration controls. Fine, you can have what you want. Oh, the revolution has been delayed. This might seem like an innocent move, but migration control means that any pops that are discriminated against can't move. So I'm going to have a severe lack of labor. And this is kind of where the America peak began. And it was able to expand a lot of its industry due to the increase in labor. But we're not going to have access to the labor in this timeline. And we have reached the peak. Almost 20 million people and like 1,000, 2,000 unemployed, which is basically nothing. So right now, it has become the time we need to automate all of our industries. We need access to pops really badly. The Industrial Revolution has well and truly arrived. You know, I like a little bit of chaos, but this will consolidate our power. Downside is, though, it might give more power to the rural folk, and they're kind of being really annoying at the moment with their little demands. An interesting twist. The United Kingdom would like an alliance with us. Interesting. I accept. The United Kingdom has agreed to our reasonable terms, but we made demands, and has ceded control of Washington and Oregon to us. Huh. I didn't even request this, but I guess we must have good relations with them and just like, you know what? You can have our free land. It's yours now. Enjoy it. All right. Britain, my ally. Land expanded. That is Dominion. Mexico. Britain decided not to join. I mean, is that what my alliance means to you, Britain? Practically nothing, but thanks for the land, though. Anyway, next step. Mexican. Progression. Okay, pro tip. If you're ever going to go war with Mexico, do it before you claim the north, because otherwise you make a really big front line and they're not willing to give up until they've lost their capital. Oh, well, lessons have been learned today. In that case, naval invasion? Yes, let's do that. Ah, got him. Oh, now you've connected the front line, but you didn't take the capital. Oh, never mind. We're winning now. Okay, never mind. Boom! Subjugate Mexico. Landed voting. We have rolled back voting rights in America to try and consolidate power with the elites. You are now only allowed to vote if you own land or capital property as a given vote. Because technically the rural folk own land, don't they? This is just going to disfranchise some of the poorer groups, such as the petite bourgeoisie. Okay, I think homesteading has gone too far. I think it's time to give power back to the landowners. This is going to probably cause a little bit of a problem, but it'll be a rocky ride. But I think we'll make it. Oh, we can see a breakdown here. Can you see this? Democratic Party, 58% momentum. And the Democratic Party are the Industrialists and the Southern Planters. Perfect. Consolidation of power is just around the corner. Election concludes. The rural folk have lost about 3%. Industrialists lost about 2%. Southern Planters gained about 5%. You know, the interest groups haven't moved around as much as I thought. So like the rural folk, the industrialists, and the Southern Planters, they had all the power anyway. So now the power's just been redistributed between them. Movement of money on a monopoly board. Rich people giving money to rich people. All right, remove the tax from tobacco. Starting to suppress the rural folk. The secret police are listening to your phone calls, mister. Oh, here we go. The tragedy of the commons. We aim for reform, giving 10% boost. That's okay. A Sigman indeed. Gained 15% support for Southern Planters. 50% is not that much. The fact that we're always behind the industrialists. But then this one. This completely destroys the rural folk. Minus 30% interest group strength. The secret police allowed us to do this. Okay, tenant farmers, meaning the rural folk, have been annihilated. Now, let us reintroduce slavery. I kid you not. We're bringing it back, baby. Hunt down members of the intelligentsia and publicly expose them. Okay, now we're annihilating the interest groups. Interesting arrangement of interest groups here. Like, they hate us, 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 they hate us. They love us! They love us! There's the United States. There's the Confederacy. But we've done the third way. The unthinkable way. We have traveled back in time. The demand for cheap labor is fulfilled through dehumanizing trade in foreign bodies, plus 50% power for the landowners. Let's take it a step further. I'm kind of bored of the petite bourgeoisie. Let's go back to hereditary bureaucrats. What is this Prussian flag? Is this a democratic Prussia? No, it's not. It's a parliamentary republic. Prussian Republic. But without elections, so it's a dictatorship. I've never seen this flag before. All positions in government will now be hereditary. Power will remain in the landowners forever. Okay, so the rural folk, you become marginalized. They've been pushed down to absolutely nothing, which is fantastic because that means we can reopen the borders. We're having a massive labor problem. And we need to get hold of some cheap labor from all of our puppets. The borders will now be reopened. Hey, another puppet. Everything's turning blue. Open up the borders. Stop letting them be closed. This should help our labor shortage because that means we can pull pops from all of our puppet states and we've got so much labor that we can tap into. An authoritarian has arrived in America. Now, authoritarians are special. because they have a love for the single party state. And that is pretty much the dream. That fixes all the issues with anti-slavery forever. In fact, I need to eat Mexico just for the ability to get a little bit more manpower. It's all about manpower and labor in this game, isn't it? An oligarchy! We have created historical America! Yay! Elections have been cancelled. Boom. Mexico, where we no longer have problems with our southern border. Boom! The Mexican secession. Not just this land, but also all of this. We annex the Indian territory, and all this land becomes our territory. Oh my goodness. Peak USA. Well, is it kind of? Is it? Is it really? Okay, time for outlawed dissent, more authority, and more suppression and bolstering. Rural folk, no longer a problem. Get out of here. Unfortunately, the armed forces needs a little bit of pruning. A single party state will fix this issue soon. And the industrialists have an abolitionist, which is really frustrating. Reached the phase of never-ending revolutions and interest groups that severely, unbelievably dislike us. I'm starting to think the easy path with this is to empower one interest group and then single party state them. That feels like the only way forward. We held back for as long as we could, but man, the constant revolutions, they're a bit of a pain. So maybe it's best we fight this one war. We fight just the one. We finally put this issue to rest once and for all. And the Mexicans are going to be fighting in the American Civil War. Someone in the comments is going to say there were Mexicans in the American Civil War. I guarantee someone's going to say that. Oh well. There's always one. Britain would like to join. Britain would like to join. Offer an obligation. Austria-Hungary obligation. Yeah, let's make sure we win this. We have a larger army overall. The big however is they have all of our arms industry in this region. So that's once and for all end the looming civil war. It's coming later than normal, 1875, but didn't have enough armies to hold the southern front, but the north is pushing relatively easily. It's like we're going to win just by pushing the north because they've failed to defend their front. The north has been pushed, now has reached a more of a stalemate. The west is slowly pushing, the south has been taken, and the southeast, I guess, is being pushed by Britain. And they're doing a really good job. Kind of hard to tell the difference between the two because we've got very similar flags. They've got the eagle and we've got the stars. The American Civil War has ended. And what was the American Civil War about? It was about and making sure democracy never was seen again. Adds Reconstruction to the journal, readmit secession states, and the Wild Wild West. Okay, these are decisions I've never seen before because I always avoid the Civil War. We have the option here to end the provisional government and become parliamentary republic. Ooh, let's do it. Old history is here. Parliamentary republic is so much better than a presidential republic because you just seem to get way more legitimacy. The northern states have been ejected from the union. That's probably a bad thing. Look at the market access here. We've practically gone bust. The stagnation period is here. The first time ever, we had more loyalists than radicals. And it's just changed again. It lasted for 5 minutes. The only way we've made our government work is if we suppress, and suppress, and suppress, and suppress. This is the only way we've been able to form a stable government. Okay, this guy is a communist. But you know what? I like him because he wants state atheism. And, you know, I'll admit the church has done us some favors in the long term, but I think I want to get rid of them. That's another interest group I don't have to worry about. You know, like one that'll just change their personality out of nowhere and then be against me. No, this America will have atheism. You do get this is alt history, right? We went all the way. No more religion. A nation reconstructed. Our nation has rebuilt itself, making something distinct, something new, and most importantly, something united. We stand united once more. Dixie, stop becoming a primary culture of the United States. It's time. What? Trade unions? Rural folk? Military? Want landed voting? Voting. Yeah, you know what? I agree. Voting is what we need. A form of voting. But there's only one party. My party. Okay, this is the plan. The very last second, when the law's about to pass, we kick the industrialists out of government. There we go. Boot. Now... Oh, we still have to wait. Never mind. Okay. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I am hopeful. Oh, wait, hang on. It's going to be the party of this guy because he is an industrialist. Oh, I can't do this, I don't think. It is just solely based on who has the most clout, and their wealth is astronomical. And the only way I could take wealth from them is if I put up the taxes, and only the trade unions want that. Oh, wait, hang on. All of a sudden they've become fascist and they want single party state. Okay. That doesn't even make sense, though, does it? The leader of the party who isn't in government is the leader of the nation. I guess an oligarchy is just about who has the most power, I guess. It's not really about who wins the elections, does it? First time all my minorities agree that this is a good change. 69% chance! You can do it! Boom. And it is the Progressive Party that's the only party in power. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, no. We've accidentally made a super capitalist America. That's not what I wanted. Oh, well. Well, 1930s, the most uneventful world possible. A lot of conquests in South America. A lot of me going AFK. So I'll admit my effort put into this one might be minimal, but I'll tell you one thing. Not supporting the liberal movement and the industrialists and going laissez-faire early on really hurts your economy. So you don't really have the potential to shoot to the moon like you normally would. I can 100% not recommend this run. And even going single party state has boosted the trade unions, which is a bit of a surprise. Well, there you go, guys. This is the world where slavery still exists in the 1930s. Is it a good world? Definitely not. Has the imperialism of America definitely made its mark? Oh, 100%. Is it America at its full potential? Ah, hell nah. Good night. God bless. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Do you want more? Oh, YouTube's giving you more. Give this one a click. This is the next video.